watching Sam TV.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement.
Hello, good morning viewers. You're welcome to another beautiful day on Sam TV Morning Show. I am Abraham Minor Joda, and as we say, the morning is the best part of the day. Let's make most of it. And as you know, we are here to always ensure that we keep you informed, we keep you educated, and we keep you abreast of things that happens around the world. And a little inspiration to start your day. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. And today, we should understand that our host state, Taraba State, is open for business, and we are here to make it happen. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of your dreams. And there's beauty in Taraba State. If you believe in it, I'm very sure you will not regret coming to Taraba to invest. Let me tell you a short story. A small seed can grow into a mighty tree with the right nourishment. So let's explore how we can grow and thrive with the right investment. The best investment is in yourself, but a close second is in your community. When opportunity knocks, answer with innovation and hard work. And with me this morning to ensure that when the opportunity knocks, we answer with innovation and hard work is Mr. Iradane Koko, and the Director of News and Public Affairs on Sam TV. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm always happy to be here.
Oh, I'm always happy to have you here too. I so have today, just tell us something that you feel is something inspirational to start our day today.
Whosoever has the opportunity to make something worthwhile should go ahead and do it. Do not ignore the small opportunity that you have to make Taraba great. A developed and glorious Taraba is possible, and all hands must be on deck. A prosperous Nigeria is possible. Let's all put our hands on deck.
Thank you very much. That is quite inspirational. Let us put our hands on deck and ensure that we build a prosperous Nigeria together. And we will start this morning show with the newspaper headline review. We are going to look at the stories on the pages of the Nigerian newspaper. And I'm starting with the Guardian today. Guardian, we have several headlines on the cover page of the Guardian. We have one on the left side, the upper left side of the Guardian. We have Rivers vows to recover 300 million from NBA, threatens legal action. That is from Rivers State there. The inflation resumes upward trend, rises to 24.23 in March. Then we have addressed pervasive killing decisively, Kegama tells Tinubu. That is on page 29 of the Guardian. Then you have the story, Reps inaugurate 21-member committee to make laws for Rivers. That is on news on page 7. The autonomy court adjourns Argon suit against federal state governments. that is a quite interesting one. The case has been adjourned, where we have Natasha sexual harassment allegation, watery contradictory, said Agbakoba. That is Agbakoba, the former president of the NBA and constitutional lawyer.
Olisa
Agbakoba. Then 2027, Atiku PDP youth Bika on alliance as Makinde voices capacity to lead Nigeria. That is on page 9 of the Guardian. The IGP vows justice as Mufwang visits Griffin Plateau communities. That is on page 29. The Nigerians dying due to Tinubu's incompetence, Atiku claims. Lagos citizens spends 14 trillion naira yearly to powerhouses and businesses. Now, looking at the major headline here, we say desperate Nigerians lose over 1.7 trillion to Ponzi schemes in 9 years. This is quite, this is very, very loud. As they say, it's very, very loud. And Nigerians lose over 1.7 trillion to Ponzi schemes in 9 years. Let us look at that story, because recently another Ponzi scheme just crashed.
Yes.
And okay, let me see from the Guardian here.
Nigerians have a way of cashing into this thing, and at the end of the day, crying over it. We've had Cash Flash, we've had MMM, we've had, but still, you will still find that Nigerians are interested in these things when they come. It appears we have not learned from our lessons, or is it that it is all in attempt to survive that we'll go ahead to do these things? And there is a way that it's like the government is not at the top of all these things. These people keep having a field day, they will come, collect Nigerians' hard-earned money, though it is our greed that...
I know many occasions government come out, tell you don't involve yourself in a Ponzi scheme, don't invest into get-rich-quick schemes. But you know, some of these things are done online. There's no way that can be, it will be hard to regulate that. And even if we try to regulate that, people will say they have freedom of association and doing business. Now, look at the Guardian, say 5 ways to spot a Ponzi scheme. A lot of people know this. But we can say the economic situations and the desperation of Nigerians to make money has led us to fall for this Ponzi scheme. Number one, high return with no risk. High return, just put your money and
after 30 days, you get 100% of what you have invested.
Number two, pressure to invest and recruit new investors. There's always pressure for you to reinvest and bring in 2 people to bring 3 to bring 5 to bring 6. And that's how you grow. It's a pyramid you are trying to build. While you want to be at the top of that pyramid. While guaranteed return on investment, that's another one. There's no investment that is guaranteed. No investment. There's always risk involved in any form of investment. Then you have these unknown owners and corporate offices. That is one of it. Unknown owners, you don't know them, you don't know their pedigree, and you don't know their corporate offices. They might just open one office somewhere, but if you look at them, they don't have, you can't connect 3-4 offices in different states to them. Another one, unregistered and unregulated. Most of them are unregistered, and even if they are registered, they are not registered to do that business, and they are not regulated.
And the advantage they always have is that when they start, you discover that people will be having good returns.
Definitely.
And they will encourage you, they will tell their neighbors, okay, see, I've done it and I'm benefiting. Look at, during MMM, I know somebody in Just then that got 11 million naira.
Yes.
After investing, I think 2-point-something million, 11 million naira. He bought a house, bought a land and was building a house.
That's enough testimony to make anybody.
I'm telling you. Then he reinvested and got 22 million naira. Instead of him, he carried the 22 million naira again and that was it. But somehow he was lucky to escape with something from the beginning. So when you rob Peter to pay Paul, somebody will be at a disadvantage at the end of the day. Because the first participant will be benefiting, and that is how they're using it as what is it called? As a bait.
It's a bait.
For other people to come and join. Then after some time, they will vanish.
Okay, well, I think Nigerians, with this new one, CBEX, they've learned their lesson. Now, let me use this to, there's a similar story.
But I want to see whether, is it possible for this kind of Ponzi scheme to operate in places like Europe, and they will go untraceable like that, they will just disappear and nobody will be able to trace them?
Ponzi scheme started in Europe. But there's a way.
There is no technology.
There in Europe, they have ways in which you can have a credit card, get easy loans. So it doesn't really catch them as much as here that you have no option. So, but they do it. I know Ponzi schemes happen in Europe, but it's not at this magnitude. As a matter of fact, if you check in the UK, there was a time that a lot of Nigerian Ponzi investment racket was broken, where people give promise high returns on investment and the rest of it. They are always there. They are there in Europe, but it's not as prominent as they are here. Now let's go to. I want us to look at something similar. Let's go to the Punch. Say Defense Minister Service Chiefs review security strategies. That is on the Punch. Then we have Federation account allocations, 4 straight month to 1.57 trillion. We have oil slump, Trump tariffs put Nigeria economy at risk. That's according to the federal government. Then for Plateau killings, how militants attack villages near major army formations. That is from the victims. Then Tinubu inherited economy on life support, according to Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works. And I have capacity to be president, says Makinde. That's on page 34. There you have this story. We petition NFF over that on page wages. Christian Chukwu's son. Christian Chukwu, a.k.a. the chairman, former captain of the Nigerian Super Eagles. He was the captain of the Green Eagles, as it was known then. We captained Nigeria to win the first Nations Cup in Lagos, 1980. Yeah. And he was also later coach, technical advisor of the Super Eagles. So Lassa fever kills 127 in 18 states, while Hausa community backs Olubadan removal of Serkin Shasha. That is on page 26. Sanwo-Olu inaugurates courthouse for commercial disputes. Sanwo-Olu inaugurates courthouse for commercial disputes. Now let us look at this story that's related to the Ponzi scheme. Interpol joins EFCC 1.3 trillion CBEX probe. EFCC crackdown Ponzi schemes. Police shot CBEX office. Victims recount losses. Now let us see what they said here, that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has launched an investigation to the alleged 1.3 trillion fraud perpetrated through a digital investment platform, Crypto Bank Exchange. CBEX, operated by a group of foreign nationals in collaboration with their Nigerian partners, reportedly collapsed on Monday, leaving thousands of investors stranded and unable to access their funds. Wow. While EFCC spokesman Dele Oyewale confirmed to Punch on Tuesday that the commission will collaborate with the International Criminal Police Organization to investigate the incident. So as it stands now, the Interpol and EFCC are going to collaborate to investigate this Ponzi scheme. And he said we will ensure that we save Nigerians for all this trouble associated with Ponzi schemes. Don't forget that we already issued an advisory. The 58 companies we alerted the public about, there are more. And there are more we are currently investigating. So when you ask if there's nothing that has been done, about 58 companies have been listed, and there are still many more that they are investigating. So Nigerians, what they say, shine your eye, your eye. Don't be a Johnny just come.
And at times when you go to these investment packages, you may not listen to the word of caution. Because you will see a label that is telling, I'm giving you assurance, forget this thing. And most Nigerians don't have the time to go and make all these investigations and check whether the company that you want to invest in is listed among the 50-something that is mentioned in the news now. So
look at what they did here. Shortly before locking out its subscribers, the platform sent a message to them stating all accounts need to undergo the following verification steps to ensure their authenticity. For account with funds below $1,000 before any losses, a deposit of $100 is required. For accounts with funds exceeding $1,000, a deposit of $200 is required. Additionally, please keep your deposit receipt to ensure you can prove the authenticity of the account during future withdrawal reviews. You see, that's the last cash out. After cashing out on their investment, they also made them to pay monies to verify their account. These guys are really, they are really desperate when it comes to this business.
Taking advantage of our ignorance or our greed.
If you look, well, greed. If you say ignorance, if you see the caliber of people that are into this, these are people who can operate online platform, who are investing in dollars. I think it's not, I don't think ignorance has, very few people may be ignorant of it, but I think it is a need to make quick money. It's quick money that leads people to this. I've participated in MMM, and I knew that it was the greed that made me do it.
Hardly will you find any Nigerian that has not participated in it, though there are some that are few. Okay, look at this report here. It said from MMM in 2016 to MBA Forex to Ragstar Lee and now CBX. Each scam appears to follow the same pattern.
It's the same pattern. Nothing changes.
And we still fall into
Nothing changes. Well, let us go to another paper this morning. I think we should. I'm done with the scams and the rest of it. Almost every paper has something about this scam. Okay. Let us look at the Nation. The Nation paper, the Nation news. Okay, the Nation also has Natasha rejects Agbakova's call for out-of-court deal with Akpabio. That is on page 4.
Maybe that should be the best thing.
Well, she rejected the out of. Well, let them. To me, I want this case to go to court and let them out of court. This thing, we leave it open-ended. I want it to be resolved. If she was harassed sexually by Akpabio, let him face the music, and if it's a wrong accusation, let her also face the music, because they are senators of the Nigerian Republic. We shouldn't sweep this under the carpet.
But maybe it may end up putting Nigerians in a very dangerous position where this crisis, the way it is going now, it may degenerate.
What is the danger in someone say? There's no danger. There are two human beings that are accused.
They can be politicized and weaponized and killing.
To do what? Killing for what?
Maybe their supporters will start saying this is that and this is that.
I don't think that holds water. Over what? You harassed me and I took you to court. What is the weapon? What is the issue there? They were there in the Senate to make laws and not to be making passes at each other or accusing each other of making passes. I don't think there's.
I'm looking at the situation where the supporters of Natasha and supporters of Akpabio, for instance, they meet in some public functions or some scenario where these two groups will meet. You may discover that it may degenerate to fights.
Fight over what? Who are the supporters? Why do we have the Nigerian police and this? Anybody caught fighting? Are they? What will make them to fight? Why didn't Natasha and Akpabio exchange blows? So why should you come and exchange over what?
Nigerians are very funny people. So.
No, I don't agree with that. It should be, this matter should be taken to court and it should be resolved. If it's a wrong accusation, Natasha should face Natasha should face the music, and if the accusation is true, Akpabio should also face the music. There's nothing. Then tomorrow you come, you will say, it happened like this, nothing was done. And before you know, people will say the courts have done something. They begin to blame the judiciary. They begin to cast aspersion on the institution. Now it will no longer be about the senators. It will be the Senate as a whole. So we need to protect this institution no matter how ox is being gone. Well, this takes me to another story. Say rising cost of living pushes inflation to 24.23%. Experts reviews indices. And we also have indigenous shipping firms get $350 million. Oyetola orders disbursement. That is on page 4 of the Nation. Then we have these stories. IBAS tackles MBA over 300 million hosting grant. I think we discussed this issue yesterday here. Okay. The sole administrator threatens lawsuits. IYC must send orders refund Rivers cash. Well, I think it has to do with the Rivers State paid 300 million as hosting right for the NBA, and the NBA moved the hosting to Enugu State. So the Rivers State sole administrator said, well, if that's the case, you should refund our money to us.
But they should reform the money.
They should. They should reform that, because I think Enugu we have to
pay them somehow.
So pay them. Tinubu unveils LEAP platform to create 2.5 million jobs in 2 years. That is on page 3 of the nation. Then we have this story. Okay, EFCC shops over a bagged rice with shortfall in market raid. That is also on page 3. Okay, it's FCCPC. Sorry, I was wondering why should the EFCC sell, but it's FCCPC sales shops over a bagged rice with shortfall in market rate.
That's for consumers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Consumer protection.
Yes. Then we have this article coalition motive unknown to PDP, says Makinde. PDP party organ with PDP governors, Anyanwu kicks. And let's just look at that story. Atiku and the PDP governors have been having this back and forth over coalition, no coalition, and the rest of it. So let us see what's... Okay, I have the story here. He said, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde yesterday shed light on the rejection of coalition, alliance, and merger proposed by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He said the merger coalition talks are unknown to the main opposition party.
Unknown to the governors?
Oh no, yeah, they say unknown to the party.
Even the party officials, the secretary.
I've not seen the PDP officials in that this thing. It is just individuals making. So they will be right to say it is unknown to the party. And the Oyo State governor said we didn't just wake up and say me as XYZ in the party, just draw the party into an arrangement when the party organs do not have a clue on what you are doing. They have no clue what is in this coalition. They also have no clue whether this is personal, whether you are doing this in the best interest of the party and the people of Nigeria. Those are critical. And I agree with him.
Yes.
You can't go and make agreements of coalition with people and then come and drag your party. No, what you have to do, there needs to be an internal agreement within the party that, okay, let us go, and then maybe you as a leader of the party will say, okay, be the face of this coalition, or the party organs will be there. But I think if you look at it, it has just been individuals having discussion over a coalition and the rest of it. And even as it is, this may also apply to Labour Party. If it is the Abure faction that is in charge, they will say that they have no business with Obi's coalition or merger talks.
Yes.
So there's a need for those talking about mergers, if they eventually want to carry their party along, to have the party organs involved in it from the beginning.
Or maybe is it too early for them to involve the organs of the party at this point, considering that they are still making their own personal moves, seeing to it that at the end of the day, when the time is right, they will get these people involved.
There's no independent candidacy. It is better you start with the party. Start from the area of strength.
Maybe considering the fact that he was a former vice president, executive former vice president, he was so powerful that at the point in time, the 19 northern governors had to endorse him as the leader of the north. Maybe he's still depending on such qualities to see to it that at the end of the day, he will inform them, okay, this is what I've done, come, let's go.
A lot has gone under the bridge the last time he was endorsed. And you can see the governors who controls the organs of the party are saying the coalition is unknown to them. So I think this also will make the vice president sit up and say, I think there's a need for him to go and fix. And it seems they are closing their eyes from what is happening in the party.
This statement, so I think it's just Makinde's statement. Is it that he's speaking on behalf of other PDP governors, or he's speaking on behalf of...
After the PDP governors meeting in Ibadan, they made a statement to say they are not going into any major coalition. They are big enough as an opposition. They came together and spoke that anybody that wants to do anything with them should come to them. They can't go and be doing coalition or merger with individuals and parties that have no spread. That was the statement they made. And I think this is in continuation of that statement made by the Governors Forum, PDP Governors Forum, after their meeting.
Well, Makinde is a big name. It's a big name. Let's see. He has already indicated his interest of contesting as for president. So let
me show what this. Yes, the governor reiterated the resolution of the PDP governors Forum, which distanced himself from the coalition. Defending the communique of the meeting, Makinde said the resolution reflects the wide consultation with party stakeholders, emphasizing that the Ibadan meeting was validated by the leadership of the party. He pointed out the governors did not only meet as PDP governors forum, but also invited the managers of the party. He added that he added that the acting national chairman, national legal advisor, and national organizing secretary were there with us. Other members of the NYC were waiting around the venue of the meeting just in case there would be of any need for them. So you can see that they did their own work. And I think Alhaji Atiku Abubakar needs to go back home to the PDP if he still feels that is the platform he will need to ensure that these people, they work together for the good of Nigeria, because Nigerians are expecting a very, very strong coalition, a very, very strong opposition to the sitting president.
Is he being shown the way out of the PDP? He seems, with this statement now, it appears he's not as popular as he's supposed to be after all. I
don't think Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will need to be shown the way out. He knows his way out and in of any party. He knows the way to the door, either open in or open out.
It's true. He's reputed to have left PDP for ACN, ACN for APC, APC for PDP, like that. I think he's the most...
he's one of the most traveled politicians. So yeah, he knows his way around doors. And then let us go to the Tribune. The Tribune 2027 presidency, I'm focused on mandate given to me by Oyo State people. That is Makinde. That's another angle of his interview. Say food, no alcoholic beverages, push Nigeria's inflation to 24.23% in March. Then we have this emergency rule. Reps inaugurate 21-member committee on rivers oversight. State government threatened NBA with legal action over 300 million conference fund. PDP World Chairman Forum writes IBAS to halt unconstitutional appointment. Then for the fact, FG, federal government, states, local government share 1.578 trillion March revenue. Now Lassa fever death toll hit 127. NCDC, Ondo, Bauchi, Edo, worst hit. Then Investment and Security Act 2025, engage in Ponzi scheme, spend 10 years in prison. Okay, that is the Investment and Security Act 2025. I think they need to...
if they've ever caught one and...
It's a new act. You can see that it's the 2024 act. I think it's one of those... I think with these CBEX, maybe it could be used to prosecute those that were involved in this, because I know this Investment and Security Act, I think it was just last month, either March or late February, that this act was signed. So then we have the NMDPRA blames Trump's tariff policies for crude oil price fall as Nigeria sees sharp drop in petroleum imports. Investors get 47 licenses to establish 1.75 million barrels per day refineries.
Nigeria?
Yes.
That's a good one.
There are a lot of licenses flying out there. Since I know right from the time of Obasanjo and when the downstream sector was deregulated, even during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, licenses were given to over 50 people to start, but it is not having the license that matters. It is you going to the field to build. There are a lot of people with licenses. There are a lot of small refineries around. So it's not the license. It is when they put their head down and they begin to build these refineries, they will know that yes, they are here for business. Then U.S. 40% tariff has significant impact on sector economy, according to Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. So let us look at this story of the emergency rule. Reps inaugurate 21-member committee on rivers oversight. Because as it stands, since there is no House of Assembly in Rivers, there's a need for an oversight.
It's true. This will go a long way in building the confidence of Nigeria in... I saw one story somewhere, I don't know how true that story is, of how Ibas has invited Fubara and his deputy governor to consult with them over some appointments that he's about to make.
Well, I have not seen that story. I have not seen the story. Maybe it will break later. Then the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, on Tuesday, that was yesterday, officially launched a 21-member ad hoc committee responsible for supervising the administration of Rivers State amid the ongoing state of emergency. The initiative underscores the National Assembly dedication to upholding constitutional governance, ensuring transparency, and fostering national unity. The committee is led by House Leader Rep. That is Professor Julius Ihobari. Professor Julius Ihobari, I think, is from Edo State, okay, with Reps Ali Issa JC serving as Deputy Chairman. The committee comprised various members, including Honorable Ishaka Ibrahim, Idris Ahmed Wasi, Aliu Mukhtar Betera, Sada Soli, James Abiodun Faleke, Igariwe Iduma Enwo, Shehu Saleh Rijal, Wole Oke, Akarache Tinosa Amadi, Patrick Umar, James Parker, Alex Ubona, Isanka, Amos Daniel, Eyitake Ibori Senu, Onu Onyeche Blessing, Fatima Talba, Chris Wokota, Ebibake Mara, Emeni Mete. So this, the speaker said, emphasized that the establishment of this committee is a vital measure for preserving governance and public order in Rivers State following the announcement of 6-month state of emergency.
It includes members from Rivers State?
I'm not so sure if they are members of the Rivers State, but I think...
Considering that they may not be fair or they will be aligned to a particular faction of the crisis. Maybe
definitely, yeah. I think maybe because I think for fairness, so that they belong to political, they will have their alliances and their sympathies to these parties. So probably that is why they were not involved in the running of the state. So do you think with this they should serve as the IBAS, the sole administrator should consult, I think whatever it needs to do, it needs to consult this National Assembly committee, either the Senate or the House of Reps committee, to ensure that, yes, everything is done democratically.
I think that's the best way, because the president accused Fubara of running the state as a dictator. So the best way for IBAS now to be a democratic leader to some extent is for him to consult with, so that if he is alone and he takes every decision alone, there is a tendency for him to
definitely
become too dictatorial in some things. So consulting this 21-member committee from time to time will help balance some of those things. There are some things that he may not see as a person, but somehow these people may be able to see. And yes, give him the necessary advice that he wants.
Okay.
And I noticed that James Barker, I think James Barker is from PDP. He's from Adamawa State. Okay. So the committee consists of
people across. Yes, that is how it's usually done. So let us go to another paper this morning. We have another. Let me see. Or do you have any paper there that is of interest to you?
Just go ahead. Talking about.
Okay, let's. The Vanguard. The Vanguard here says inflation rise to 24.23 in March. Trump tariff global oil volatility harming Nigeria's economy. That is by DPRA. And labor to federal government, unemployment fueling kidnapping, militancy. Unemployment fueling kidnapping, militancy. They monitor Rivers administrators' activities. Speaker Abbas task oversight committee. And 300 billion hosting funds. Rivers government threatens legal action against NBA.
Say unemployment fueling kidnappings and militancy.
Well,
everybody, you can just say, I'm hungry, that's why I'm now stealing.
There are issues deeper than unemployment that is fueling this militancy and kidnapping. It's deeper than unemployment may be one of it, but there are deeper issues there are
so many unemployed youths that are not into kidnapping and militancy. So that should not be a reason for them to go into these activities that constitute as economic sabotage. I think there are other worthwhile things for them to have done other than getting engaged in kidnapping and other things that is detrimental to the growth of Nigeria as a nation.
Okay, let's see. Say Easter, federal government declares Friday, Monday public holidays. So Friday and Monday are public holidays for the Easter. Then 1 trillion economy, NGA, president tax banks to prioritize risk sector lending. Then we also have PDP to Tinubu, Ondo not safe, declare state of emergency. Yeah, that is from page 10.
What do you think? They said state of emergency is not democratic. They condemned Tinubu for declaring state of emergency in
Rivers. The thing is that politicians have a way of just making... You're asking... Now I see that it's not a trend. Anything happens anywhere. Yes. They do declare state of emergency. Yeah, declare state or should declare state of emergency. And the thing is that if we want to look at, okay, for any time that there's a security breakdown, declare state of emergency, I think there will be maybe only a few states in Nigeria will be left without a state of emergency be declared.
If state of emergency was declared in Edo, it means Plateau now will have its own state of emergency.
Plateau, Zamfara,
and even
Benue, and the... Well, these are political statements. Taraba, Ondo lead as Lassa fever deaths toll. He rise to 127. This is sad. Taraba State and Ondo State lead in the Lassa fever death toll. Then we have Anyanwu to PDP governors. I can't be removed by some party men. That is Anyanwu blowing hot there to PDP governors. Then say immortalize Chukwu Nwobodo charges federal government.
Christian Chukwu?
Yes. The Nwobodo charge federal government. Then we have this, the major story here. Say Plateau, outrage grows over killing governor. Mufwang apologizes. As survivors recount ordeals, Nigeria dying due to Tinubu's incompetence. That's article. Perpetrators must be brought to book. Kwankwaso, killings in Plateau, an agenda by known group Jang, asked Tinubu to convene a splendid meeting in Plateau. Northern can condemns killing in Plateau. This Plateau issue has become... sometimes I'm even afraid to speak about it because it keeps reoccurring. It keeps on reoccurring. There is a pattern to it all.
And it has been happening for some years. Now, this is not the first time that hundreds of people were killed in a day in Plateau. So many agitations. Now, look at what the former Governor Jang is saying. He said killings in Plateau, an agenda by a known group. By a known group. So some of these things you come to the press, you make these statements, and it is there. Nobody will take any action about it. The Inspector General of Police has given directive that tactical equipment should be deployed. It was after that tactical deployment that this attack came again. Everybody, I don't know. The whole thing is given, we're overstretched in this country. Too many of problems that we commiserate with the people in Plateau State for this loss of life, and our prayers are with them because I don't know what else to say.
And I think there's a need for us to review the strategy we are using. It is not working. That is just both the kinetic and the non-kinetic ways we are using. It is not working because the thing is that it's not as if there's a pattern to this.
Now, I don't know, I'm not a security expert, but these people will come to a village, have this killing spree, and will still escape. They are carrying the kind of weapons they use, you know that it's not something that can be concealed easily. But there's a way they will move until they escape.
I've not heard them being killed in
confronted. Maybe the local vigilantes have a way of confronting them, then run away if they have the firepower carried by the assailants is more. But hardly will you hear that they were waylaid by the security men and exchange fire like that.
That is why I say we need to look at how we do these things. The people of Plateau, our heart goes to those who have lost their life. I will call on the government to ensure, both the federal government, the state government, all security agencies, religious bodies, to ensure that these killings in Plateau comes to an end. Plateau is bleeding, and harm to one is harm to all. So we call on everyone. And we also say to the warring party, shield your sword. There's no gain in war. Nobody gains in war. Everybody is a loser in war. I've never seen where anybody make any gain.
Except if it is for ethnic cleansing that you enjoy, that people die and people are suffering. I don't know what
but even at that, as you're doing it, one or two of your own people too will be killed.
Die.
So there's no gain in it.
You just kill people for no reasons. These people are just farmers. They are not even, they are just peasants. You kill them for no reason, senselessly, abandon the corpse on the road, and you move. For reasons that you don't even leave a state. Maybe they will have written something and kept, okay, we're doing this thing because of this and that. No clue, nothing.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this segment of the morning show. So we'll move to another segment of the morning show after this break. So don't go anywhere. The morning show continues after this short break.
Escape the everyday at DY Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Expert stylists meticulously craft your perfect look, whether you're seeking a bold modern style or a classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Kona Road, or call 081-4563-6195 to book your appointment today. DY Scott, where style meets serenity.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work-study programs, flexible payment, and a supportive academic environment. Apply today. Visit www.highergroundcollege.edu or our campuses at Lab opposite VCK Jalingo, Taraba State, and opposite Army Barracks, Tako, Taraba State. Take the first step towards a brighter future. Choose Higher Ground College.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy, and Nigeria's transportation future.
Harry Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola, and right now as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sena buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of...
My country people are the throwaway salute to una this morning, and I do welcome una to the pidgin section of our morning show. As in a section when the be say we dey knack una tori on things where they happen for inside the country, even self society matter we dey carry knack una. Things where they trend for inside social media and things where they happen for our community. My name is Esther Oka Stephen, and this morning as una can see, my guests them don't go out for duties, they don't go carry out activities of things where they happen for inside our town for this place. So this morning I may be the guest of myself. Okay, country people, I thank you for joining me once again this morning. Now tori when it happen for inside the Ekiti State, and I won't begin with it this morning, as this is story when I carry come heavy for matter well. And I go like make una call me to touch light this matter, to tell me una opinion after I don't talk this story finish. Our number when una go call go display for screen, make una help me touch light this matter, because this story it tie rapper like yesterday only. Oh my country people. One police officer don't buy one man for inside the Ekiti State in my country people. This one happened on the 12th of my country people of April. As this man for inside the Ekiti State, this police officer, he buy this man because of his girlfriend matter. They say his girlfriend and his schoolmates then get problem for inside the class, will lead to argument. After that serious argument, where this girl can't go as go report to her boyfriend when he be police officer, Now from there, the officer come carry the matter for head, my country people. The talk person for this matter will be the girl brother. That man, when he be said that by the daughter come outside, come stand for on top this matter as eyewitnesses. This girl who come outside, come talk, say this police officer come their compound with several policemen in them. Say as this man enter their compound, he come ask of the brother. Say now where the brother dey? Now the papa talk, say the boy he never come out see. Then this man come begin dey talk to the father aggressively. When the papa dey reply am, now from there, now this police officer vex, he come comot pistol, come shoot this girl. Papa come kill this man, my country people. As I dey talk to una so, talk person of police dey for on top this matter. Oh, this matter no lie low at all. As they don't come outside for this matter to come put mouth, say this police he no go and punish it. Say say this thing when he do, he no good at all. My country people, as I dey talk to una so, it is not dey easy for that person to talk person of police when he be SP Abutu Sunday. Carry this matter go tell the commissioner of police for Ekiti State when he be CP Joseph Eribo. Now he come direct them to the criminal investigation department. Say make them not let that police sare at all. Say make them hold that to police when he be say he kpai this boy papa. My country people who are carry this matter come nakuna so now because of say this police officer don't carry this in girlfriend matter put for head. In girlfriend carry matter come give am. You know, sabi go call the boy parents, make them handle this matter in peace, my country people. This one where this police officer do, he shock me well, he pay me well. As the commissioner of police for Ekiti State, will be a Eribo come put him out for this matter. He don't urge the boy family, say make them calm down. Say he know, say this act where this police don't commit it, so he will never go unpunished. But meanwhile, thorough investigation still they go on. Country people una don hear this story when I carry nakuna so na for Ekiti State na this one happen here, my country people. And as I talk to una so this police he no go unpunished because of this act when he don't commit it so. The thing when me get to talk for this matter na say this girls self that they do anyhow. Say because of say your boyfriend or your soldier na uniform man. Now any small matter, any small thing, una go dey raise the shoulder, they jump for town, they do anyhow. Say of say una get una dey feel say una don't get backbone, una dey feel say yes, your boyfriend na police officer. Nobody supposed to talk to you anyhow. Nobody supposed to argue with you for class. You don't consider the trouble where you don't come land the police officer into now. My country people, this life na jeje, make we dey carry things small. Not be every matter now we go dey carry for head, my country people. As I dey talk to una so now, this man, according to how the commissioner of police for that place where be Oribo don put him out, so he don't talk and say this police he will not go unpunished. Una don consider the wahala when he be say girlfriend don't come put to boyfriend for inside. She feel it say okay because the boyfriend and a policeman, nobody go fit arrest am, nothing go fit happen. Now something don't come happen now. That imposition, I believe this matter said the way I take the see am. I know say this girl self she go down dey cause plenty problem because of say her boyfriend and a uniform man, and this policeman go be troublesome person. But I thank God to say they don't touchlight this matter, and just as the commissioner of police don't talk and say he no go unpunished. True, he no go unpunished. Country people are the throwaway salute to una once again this morning. If una just they join us, this na the pidgin section of our morning show where we dey carry nakuna every morning. We just talk on matter when it happened for inside the Ekiti State. How police officer kpai one man because of say the man pikin get argument with his girlfriend for inside the school. My country people. Now this innocent man don't kpai go. Now the man daughter now come stand for on top of this matter so begin they talk as eyewitnesses. So even talk say this policeman enter their compound with several other police people with them. Okay, my country people, for the same Ekiti State in my country people, something can happen again. As 120-year-old woman come just like that through fighting, come wound the manhood of her boyfriend, my country people. This one also happened on the 12th, and the name of this girl na Joy Ikoja. Joy Ikoja wound im boyfriend manhood when e be say the boyfriend name na Ibrahim Usman. As I dey talk to una so, this matter dey for court for inside magistrate court for inside the Ekiti State yo. And as I dey talk to una so, I talk person for this matter. When e be Oga David from top this game matter come outside, come talk say abeg make dem grant her bail for court after they don settle this matter. David Ugbede na dey from top her matter, na be a defendant for this matter. Na the judge for that matter when e be say her name na Olutomiwa Daramola talk say dem no go grant this girl bail at all. But meanwhile as I dey talk to una so, dem say dem go adjourn this case. They don't push this case go for April 22nd, my country people. Una from there now we go bring the full story of una why this girl do this thing to her boyfriend wey be Usman. All this one they go bring and come outside on the 22nd of April, my country people. Me I know say the thing when e be say this Joy do e no good na temper. Even you self say your boyfriend cheat, even you self say your boyfriend follow your friend, you no suppose say make you go wound am for that kind place. Country people now una see this one where Joy don come do so. See temper now when you don destroy something now you go know say the thing wey you destroy self no go even reach wetin cause you to even get angry. Make we dey control our temper, country people. And moreover this Joy na 20 years old na this girl be. Now small pikin na Joy be, country people. Small pikin 20 years old woman with this kind of mind, with this kind of temper, where e dey carry you enter, where e dey carry you go. Okay, country people, those of una wey just dey join us, we don touch light matter concerning Ekiti State police officer when e be say e kpai one man because of say a man pikin get misunderstanding with him girlfriend for class. And now na concerning 20-year-old Joy for inside the Ekiti State when e be say she wound her boyfriend manhood sake of say one thing lead to one thing, my country people. For 20-year-old pikin, 20-year-old woman to get mind go do this kind thing, we know say na temper na cause am. Probably the girl don vex well. This woman, she don abort plenty things from mind. And this incident, they say it happened on the 12th of April around 8 p.m. for night. Na Joy do this thing to her boyfriend wey be Usman. Country people, una don hear the matter when I carry knack una this morning. I dey leave una with this advice, especially young girls and boys. Make una dey control una temper. Make una dey control una temper. No be everything una go dey take action. Make una dey always dey seek advice from elderly people, even yourself people wey dey around una for that place. Anything una no understand, make una dey call, make una dey ask for advice before una dey take action. Country people, una don hear the story when I carry come knack una this morning so. Okay, I thank una for joining me this morning. I thank una for watching this pidgin section of our morning show this morning. Now for here now I go draw the curtain of the pidgin section. I thank una for watching. Una do.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center, and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation.
Yes, well, good morning. Welcome back to the morning show on Some TV, and we just have we just finished the segment on Pidgin English, and now we're on this Taraba News segment. Taraba News segment is where we discuss issues that has to do with Taraba State. So we are going to look at some stories coming out from the pages of the Taraba News paper this morning. And I think this morning we have a very interesting one, and I'm still with Mr. Iradan Ekoko, and the Director of News at Some TV. We have this document that came out yesterday, a press release from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the State that has to do with His Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abuke Fas, has approved the appointment of Dr. Mike Diogen as the Commissioner of Tertiary Education, Taraba State. And Dr. Mike Diogen has the following educational qualifications: the Nigerian Certificate in Education, NCE, Bachelor of Education, BEd in Social Studies, were from the University of Jos, where he obtained both master's and doctorate degrees in social studies. Before joining politics, Dr. Dio was a dedicated teacher and distinguished lecturer at the College of Education, Zinc. So he had numerous positions, and in 2023, Mr. Dio transitioned into politics and was elected as member of the Taraba State House of Assembly, representing the people of Karim Lamido 1. Within the House, he was further entrusted with the role of Deputy Majority Leader. So he's the Deputy Majority Leader, is a member representing Karim Lamido 1 at the State Assembly. So, and he has now been appointed as the Commissioner of Tertiary Education. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, he's a respected educationist. He has been at the College of Education for some years, and I think he was the immediate past provost before this professor, and
okay.
He has a very good track record there as educationist. I think he's supposed to deliver. He's supposed to be a good candidate for such position.
Okay, that's a good one. And well, I think we will call on Barrister P.D. Pius. Barrister P.D. Pius. 2 years was the legal perspective concerning the appointment of a member of the House of Assembly as a commissioner. What does the law say about this? So we are going to have Dr. P.D. Pius speak more on that. So as it is, okay, I say good morning, Barrister P.D. Pius.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Today?
Fine, thank you. Good morning. And how's Abuja this morning?
The city of Abuja is fine this morning.
Okay. So we call on you. There's this release from the office of the Secretary to the government of the state. His Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Wukevas, has approved the appointment of Dr. Mike Daojen as Commissioner of Tertiary Education, Taraba State. But Dr. Mike Daojen is a member representing Karim Lamido 1 in the Taraba State House of Assembly. As a matter of fact, is the Deputy Majority Leader. So what is the legal implication of this? Can you hold the two positions, or what has to be done now?
Okay, it's not a new scenario. It has happened at the national level, where we see people leaving the position of Senate to take appointment as ministers in the federal government. So it's the same thing with the State House of Assembly. If a State House of Assembly member is appointed as a commissioner and is willing to accept it, then he resigns his position as a House of Assembly member, wherein another election will be conducted to fill the vacancy of the constituency that he represents in the House of Assembly, while he continues his function as a commissioner with the state government. So that's the position of the law. He cannot hold the two positions together. He has to resign as a House of Assembly member.
Okay, so as it stands now, he has to resign. If he's to accept the position of commissioner, he has to resign his position as a member of the House of Assembly. Okay, that is the position, and that is also there are precedents to this in at the federal level. So, well, there's someone threw a very interesting question. I'm asking you this not as a lawyer, but you are also a political analyst, and you have knowledge about this. Someone asked, Commissioner, House of Assembly member, which is more lucrative politically? I'm talking about it. Which has more relevance politically?
Well, you see, the both positions are for service. I think if we take it from that perspective, we better appreciate the decision of the person to accept nomination as a commissioner or to continue to serve as a House of Assembly member, because both positions are for service. Whether as a House of Assembly member or as a commissioner, you are called to serve the people of Taraba State, and it's not about the amount of money you are going to receive or the privileges that cover the office. quite all right, the position of a member means security of tenure because you're elected for 4 years and you cannot be removed except by way of recall, which is a very difficult process that has never succeeded in Nigeria. And so one may be, for one that is more interested in the security of tenure, he may be looking at, well, it's better I remain as a House of Assembly member. But for a commissioner, you can be removed anytime at the pleasure of the governor. He can appoint you today and tomorrow you fall out and he remove you as a commissioner, so you don't have security of tenure because your appointment is at the pleasure of the governor. But what is ultimately to be considered is that in either capacity that you intend to serve, the purpose is to serve the people of Taraba State and deliver dividends of democracy to people of Taraba State. We have seen people that even get to office and say that, look, I'm not interested in my salaries, I'm donating my salaries to the state. You know, so it's not about the money that will accrue to that individual, but what is called to serve. And in this case, when you look at the man in question, I think he has some background in education. And I want to believe he was once
the lecturer, your provost.
Of the College of Education, Zin, where he must have gathered experience in the education sector, and he may have seen a problem or a challenge with the tertiary education in Taraba State, and may be willing to offer his expertise in that aspect to the created Ministry of Tertiary Education in Taraba State. So I want to believe that he may have his genuine reason why he is opting for this, because I do not believe that the governor will just appoint somebody without prior consultation on him as to whether he wants to do this job and he is ready and has the requisite experience or knowledge or skill to deliver in that job. So that may have informed his reason to take up the appointment as a commissioner and abdicate his job as a member of House of Assembly.
Okay, thank you. So lastly, before we let you go, I would like to ask, so now if, just for the benefit of the viewers, if a new election is conducted and the newly elected person to represent Karim won, we definitely have a fresh 4-year tenure. Is it a fresh 4-year tenure? It will be a completion of the tenure of Honorable Mike Dayo.
No, the position of the law is that if they are going to conduct a by-election now, whoever that wins will simply complete the remaining term out of the 4 years that this member is entitled. That whoever is leaving office in 2027, like the other members who have been there all this while. So it's not a fresh tenure that is going to be to.
Okay, I think the line is broken there, but I think, yes, I think we got to, it's going to complete the tenure, it's not going to be a fresh tenure. Thank you very much, Barrister P.D. Pius. You are always a great asset to us on Some TV. We appreciate what you've done this morning. So we are going to let you go. Probably you have a court to attend this morning or a business to attend to. Have a wonderful day, Barrister P.D. Pius. Oh, I think the network there didn't. Yes, I think he has spoken. The first thing he said was, well, in terms of under the law, yes, he can't hold to the two offices. He has to let go of one to hold on to the other. Then in terms of when I asked him concerning, because someone threw that question, the lucrativeness, you know, Nigerians with what a juiciness, and it's a call to service, and if he's here to serve, he will serve. Then the issue of the by-election, so the person that comes in completes the tenure and not a fresh 4-year term. So what's your take on this?
Just like, I think I remember, this is not the first time that something like that is happening. I think Senator Boacha was a commissioner before he became member of Assembly. It has happened before. Or I think he was a member or before he became the commissioner, just like it happened to Mike Diogen. This is a good move. I believe Dr. Mike Diogen is qualified for the job. He is a seasoned educationist. All his life, he did NC, Bachelor of Education, his PhD, and whatever it is that he was provost for College of Education for long. He has a lot of experience, wealth of experience for that position. we look forward to him giving Taraba State a very good result as the Commissioner for Tertiary
Education. As a newly created commissioner, and it was being supervised by Professor Nemesin before. Yes. Now, the President says the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security. So I think President Nemesin will have enough time to deal with the issue of agriculture now. Now we have this another letter from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the State. This press release has that His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas, the Governor of Taraba State, has approved the appointment of the following as special advisors, senior special assistants, and special assistants to the governor. We have a list of, I think, about 157 people thereabouts newly appointed as special advisors, senior special assistants, and special assistants to the governor. 152 people, and well, it has been a reign of appointments in Taraba State. Do you have an idea of how many special advisors, special assistants that have been appointed so far?
There should be close to 1,000, if not more than. All we're saying is that those who are appointed should not wait for the government to tell them what to do. They should just delve into action and contribute their quota to the development of Taraba State. It is not just for the fun of it that they were appointed. The governor must have seen one or two qualities in them that he considered will be beneficial to Tarabans. So now that they are on board, they should see to it that they contribute whatever it is that's expected of them towards the development of Taraba State.
Oh, well, on the list we have names like Jeremiah Jonathan Bature, Manuel Abunde, Kuteb Galadima, Sunday Yusuf Karma, Jaka Ikpe. Just names, some are known to me, some are unknown to me. But I think they all have capacity in their own various. So we have Gideon Barao Banti, Reverend Dr. Danladi Yakubu Balatu, we have Engineer Danladi Adamu, Samson Egayus, and so on and so forth. Over 150. Then we have also two at the tail end of the list. I think we have two that is for the office of the deputy, of the first lady. Okay, we have Elizabeth Igbadu, special advisor and coordinator, free to shine office of the governor's wife. Okay. Then we have Laidi Abraham Johnson, special advisor, assistant coordinator, free to shine office of the governor's wife. So
okay, I think these were the people that he appointed the day the first lady came. There were some announcements. He made some announcements that two of I think people living with HIV.
Okay, yes. Okay, this is wow. That is good. That is good. Okay, Elizabeth Igbadu and Laidi Abraham Johnson. Okay, special assistant and is it special advisor and coordinator, free to shine. Okay, that's a good one. Well, that's it. Although a lot of people, some people are of the opinion that the appointments are too much for the governor, and would they really have time to sit with him to advise? Or how do you expect to work with this number of advisors and assistants?
At times it's not necessarily that they should advise him in the name of advice. They will be assigned some responsibilities, they handle some roles for him. The governor must not visit everywhere. Like this issue of people, what is it called? Free to shine. Free to shine. You don't expect that the governor will be up and going to all those places. These people are going to represent him, collecting the data.
But I think this should be the work of the civil service. If we have a functional civil service, I think we are just duplicating. Well, that is my opinion. The governor in his executive position may know better. But I think some of these are duplication. And well, I don't know, but a lot of the advisors and assistants, I don't know what department MDA they are attached to, whether ministry, department, or agencies, and there will be a clash of duties, and there's no clear cut. I don't think there's any clear cut. Well, maybe they will be given a clear cut terms of reference and what to do and what not to do. But we all wish that it's for the best, because it is going to be really financially consuming to the state for this much this number of advisors. Well, you wish the governor of Taraba State all the best if he feels he needs all these advisors. and assistance to move the state to the next level, it is a welcome development. And I believe at the end of his tenure, the result will speak for itself. So let us take one more story on the Taraba news this morning. Okay, Taraba Commissioner of Environment says Governor Abukefa's leadership requires active participation by citizens. The Taraba State Commissioner, Taraba State Commissioner of Environment and Climate Change, Honorable Haji Aishat Abdulaziz Bardi, says the visionary leadership of Governor Abukefa requires the active participation of citizens. And I think I agree with her. The citizens need to participate in the government for it to achieve its objectives, because it's a democracy and Taraba is for everybody. So I think it's a good one. What do you think about what she is saying?
Yeah, I think it's in line with what we just discussed. The more special advisors you have, the more you are in touch with the communities around Taraba State. So I think she's talking in line of this fact that the governor is always in touch with the people. The more people you have, somehow they have direct access to him or access to the secretary to the government of the state or other top government functionaries that will give them the opportunity to tell him what is happening in real-time basis. If there is an issue that needs the governor's attention in free to shine initiative, they will have access to call him directly and, okay, this is what we need here. It would not have to follow the bureaucracy of the civil service. You have to minute it to the director meeting. At times, some of these things help in connecting the governor to the people. So I think maybe that's what the commissioner is saying.
Well, as we were speaking on SSA, there's this story too on the Taraba news. SSA on sports and ex-badminton champions support Taraba skating team's trip to Calabar. The senior special assistant of sport to Governor Abukefa's Boom Williya Emmanuel and former African badminton champion Bulus Jinkam had extended financial support to the Taraba State Skating Association to enable their participation in an upcoming competition in Calabar. Yeah, skaters we've seen there's a skating club in Jalingo. You go to the stadium, you see them practicing. Then even around town, it's always very colorful when you watch them and do their exercise.
The only problem I have with them at times, they constitute, what's it called? The way they go to the main route and manage the maneuver their ways in between vehicles. I think they are endangering their lives.
There are skills attached to it. I've seen several of them, although some of them might be too daring. But I think I've seen so much of it for years. I think for more than 20 years now, I've been watching them, and the accident, this is very, very minimal.
Yeah,
very, very minimal. The thing is that if you don't know, well, and I've seen it in other advanced countries, the way if they are good skaters, these maneuvers are part of.
My problem is not even with them; it's the drivers who may panic.
No.
Sometimes you have of panic when you see somebody just dashed in front of you.
Well, I think skating has come to stay across the country, and I think it's a very, very good sport.
Maybe I should learn how.
I think they do skating in the Olympics. It has a lot of medals, and maybe you should try learning skating. But
I will try. I will invite James Atta Emmanuel to teach me how to skate.
So you can see here that the SSA, so Senior Special Assistant of Sports, that is supported them, and also the ex-badminton champion Jinkam Bulus, who is always an inspiration to your sports people. He has also supported. So probably this also helps the argument that the SSAs can be where the governor may not be. And I think this is just one of the advantages of having SSA. So that's it. And the team coach, Alexander Divine, expressed appreciation to the Gara Soyoga Nonga SSA of Sports Services too. And so Christian Kokonti and SSA and Youth Emmanuel George for their continued support for the skating association. So we have like 3 or 4 SSAs supporting the skaters union. I wish them all the best in Calabar. I pray that they come back with trophies for Taraba. So, well, I think that's it on today's morning show. Today's morning show. Okay, there's another story where a press release by the Global Methodist Church and the general public has been given at the right to inform the public about the deadly attack lodged by members of the breakaway group headed by Reverend Andy Emmanuel and faithful members of the Global Methodist Church in Zelani, Kanelamudo local government, which has caused the death of Mr. Mikano Ali, aka Bagu from Bamboo Village, and on others with severe injuries. This is becoming to accusations, counter-accusations of attack. Today the GMC is accusing the UMCN. Tomorrow the UMCN is accusing the GMC. The GMC calls the UMCN breakaway group, and the UMCN calls the GMC breakaway group. This is the time that CAN needs to step in, and that is if there's a CAN leadership in Taraba, as it is, there is no leadership in CAN.
The leadership of the two churches should be able to resolve this, because whatever it is that CAN does, if this leadership are not able to sit on the same table and discuss, because this is a conflict situation and there is a need for concession, they will have to shift ground. It's not everything the GMC wants that it will get. It's not everything that the UMCN wants that it's going to get. So they should sit on the table and say, okay, I've considered this one. Now, discuss it properly and move forward. You can't continue like this. This does not help anybody.
And I think the best solution to this is for the police, the army, to go and arrest everybody that has been involved in the violence and in the killings, and they should be prosecuted. And nobody should come out and say, they are Christians, there is a church. If this is done, I think it will put an end to this madness. If now, those that are involved, okay, you are accusing this member, who are those? Your allegations, come and prove it. You have been alleged that you did this. Come and defend yourself. And anybody found, I don't think anybody has been prosecuted for this.
There's a way I don't know, the investigations don't normally conclude, or somehow the arrest will be made, and after some time those people will be released based on bail. But there is a need for them to sit down and discuss this thing properly. What is the agreement? Maybe they will look for mediators.
The thing is that whether they sit and agree or not, a crime has been committed. And what is that is a crime against the state. So whatever agreement they will have, whether in the church or in the court or whatever, does not stop the state from prosecuting those who commit arson, those who assaulted people, and those who committed murder. It has nothing to do with whether they settle or not. So I think that should be the first step. It will serve as a deterrent, because it's not becoming, very soon there will be a reprisal.
Most likely.
There will be, because it keeps repeating itself. And I think we have to call on the security agencies and also the governor of the state to deal decisively with these criminals that go about killing people in the name of fighting for their church or whatever it is. This is supposed to be the church of God, the church of Christ. And it's not in the Bible, whatever, there's nowhere that they say you should kill because you are fighting over church or whatever it is we're fighting for. It's now a criminal venture. If they continue like this, it is criminal. It is a war against the state. It is a war against peace-loving Tarabans, and I think something should be done about it.
I agree with you completely. There is no way these penalties will not be enforced and deterrent will be served. Somebody will think, okay, it's a normal thing, nothing is going to happen, I'll go ahead and do it again. But if one is arrested and is being prosecuted and is being sent to jail, no matter how highly placed he is, it will serve as a deterrent for other ones to stay away from such things.
Okay, well, I think that brings us to the end of the show today. We would like to thank everyone that was, all our viewers there who are behind the scene, ensuring that we're being watched, and those at home watching us from their offices, from wherever you may be, from your phones, from the TV. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always being here for the morning show. And I also want to thank Mr. Daniel Kukwen. Good morning. Thank you for your appearance today on the morning show. And I also want to thank Madam Esther Okaf Stephen, for the marvelous job she did on the Pidgin section. And also Mr. Moses, who is the studio manager for today, and also Mr.